Shafraaz Faizal and I'm from Amal International School. I did my O's back in the year 2019 and I'm from the 2022 A batch. Well, if I have to share the proudest or maybe the happiest, or if I could say the most memorable thing in the 13 years of my school life, it would be the day I was appointed as the Deputy Head Prefect of Amal International School. I was the President of the Commerce Society, I was the President of the Arts Society, and I was the Head Announcer for Amal International School for 3.5 to 4 years. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I have the passion towards public speaking. Well, and then when it comes to my sports side, I'd say I was very much passionate about playing basketball. I used to be in the school team and I'm a decent football player and I play cricket as well, but mainly as a sport and as a favorite sport moreover, I play basketball. I did my O's in the year 2019 and I used to go to around 3 to 4 classes where I had science, Sinhala, mathematics and accounting. Well, Charlotte's played a huge role during my O's, during the year I did my O's, because I did not find accounting hard, but I had to improve in a major way when it came to silly mistakes I did in my accounting papers and accounting questions. So I chose to go to Charlotte's class for accounting, and I think I used to bunk a lot of classes when it came to other subjects, but when it came to accounting, if I'm not wrong, I did not actually bunk accounting classes. I was a regular student when it came to accounting classes. Well, especially it's not just because it was accounting class, it was because Charlotte taught that class. So I used to go to that class when I used to attentively listen, because the way he taught was like he just made accounting easy. Like for any student that came to his class, he made sure that that specific student felt that accounting was easy. He taught it in the easiest way possible, bringing up his innovative methods, his own methods to teach a question, to solve a sum, stuff like that. So Charlotte did not only help me with academic stuff, he gave us religious advice, he told us what's right and what's wrong, and most of the stuff when we were actually doing something really crazy, he used to come and give a tap on and he used to come tap us on our heads and tell, Puta, do it like this, Puta, do it like that, Puta, do it in this way, it would be good, stuff like that. So yes, it was not just academic, but in our personal lives as well. When it comes to Sri Lankan ordinary level examinations, if I'm not wrong, I had my BS paper on the last day of the examinations and everyone was super excited because it was the last day. We get a long holiday after our examinations, so business studies was the last paper. And I usually have this habit of skimming through all the exam papers I get, like a quick reading, going through the questions from the beginning till the end. So as I was done reading the paper, the first expression that came out of my face was Alhamdulillah. The reason? Because the paper was not easy, but it was easy. It was calm. Like I was able to do the paper in a very good manner, and yes, at the end of the day, I did get an A for business studies. The first question, if I'm not wrong, the first question I did was P&L statement, which usually is the last question, but the long question in the business studies paper. I solved it, and yes, the P&L statement balanced. Any person in any corner of this world would be happy if their P&L statement balances. Yes, my statement balanced, and with that same excitement, with that same energy, I completed my whole BS paper. Yes, the BS paper was easy and I was able to obtain an A for accounting and business studies during my O's, alhamdulillah. I used to have this bad habit of procrastinating my work. Well, people used to call it procrastination. Most of the people have this habit of procrastinating their work, procrastinating their studies and stuff. But all what I had in my mind during my O's was I have time to study. I have time to study. I have 5 months more. I have 4 months more, and all those sort of stuff running in my mind. But what I actually felt when I faced my exams was I should have started revising a bit earlier. So most of the people, most of the students who are taking OLs have this. It's a typical mindset though. So like they have this mindset where I have time to study. I can cover it up within 2 months. I can cover it up within 1 month. Some people used to cover it up within 2 weeks. I have no idea how. But my advice to anyone who would sit their ordinary level examinations would be start revising earlier, so that when your exam comes closer, you would have less burden on your head. It would be more easier to focus on your exams, just revising, facing your exams and then coming back home, revising, going back to the hall, finishing your exams and coming back home, rather than staying up all night, stressing yourself and focusing on a subject for too long. So my advice would be start revising early and start covering things up in advance to your examinations. If you'd ask me why I would recommend Shahid sir's class for accounting, I'd say it's not just because I love the subject or I loved going to his class. It's just because he makes sure that any student present in his class, let's say a student who has no background in accountancy or no background in business studies, he makes sure that that student understands whatever he wants to deliver, whatever he wants to tell in his lecture. He makes sure that that specific student grabs the knowledge from him and grabs the best out of whatever he's trying to deliver to the whole class. So yeah, if you want to learn accountancy, or let's say business studies and accounting in the easiest way possible, yes, Shahid sir's class is the best option. And yes, he is indeed the best among the best. If I have to describe Shahid sir's class in one word, I choose the word perseverant.